What's going on, guys? Have a good time. Back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about things that Supercell will never add to Clash Royale. About a week or two ago, I made a video about things that they will be adding because the list was updated and we got some new things that they're working on. So, you know, since they updated that list, there's also some things that they added that will not be in the game. And that's what this video is about. I'm just informing you guys what can you not expect in 2018, 19, 20, or even forever. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Also, yeah, links will be down below if you guys want to go ahead and read it for yourself. Feel free, I don't know, do whatever you want. And also, leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. So, the first one, and the first category, is going to be quality of life changes. This may sound similar because these lists have the same categories, so yeah. But the things are different, so let's go ahead and get to the first one, which is going to be more chess slots. The simple and fast and real answer is simply due to the economy of the game. If they give you more chest slots, then you'll have to spend less gems on opening these chests, right? So yeah, 4 is the sweet spot, and it'll never be more than 4. It's never gonna be 5 or 6, no. The next one is ability to open more than one chest at a time. Now, this was possible at one point, and this was a glitch. It wasn't actually a feature in the game, so it's not like they added this feature, but it was a glitch, and it allowed you to open more than one chest at a time, which was cool. But yeah, after the update, which was like 5 minutes later, they patched it up. It didn't work. And this is for the same reason as to why we can't have more chest slots. So there's no reason to explain why we can't have this. You guys already know. Now, before we get into more of this sweet stuff, I wanted to go ahead and mention today's video sponsor. The game is called Solidus, and it's available to play free on Android right now. It has some really good gameplay mechanics to make up for a really intense game session. So you have to be mindful of how to attack and what to use, when and where. The game is just so fast and interactive, so get ready to fight enemies and big boss battles. Not only that, but the game is very well designed. The levels, the characters, everything is just so in-depth. The amount of customization you can put into it is a lot. So, you know, everything is not going to be plain. Everything's going to be your way. You can even mix the distinctive skills that your character has. So if you want to make your character just how you want it, then go ahead. There's a lot to do, especially for just a mobile game. Everything feels perfect and in its place. And I definitely like how you can play by your own style. So if you want to be a hero or a villain, then you can choose that. You know, just enjoy the game how you want to enjoy it. So if you guys want to go ahead and download, it'll be down in the link in the description. You guys can go ahead and click right there and download it for free. Okay, so we're still in the same category, quality of life changes. You will never be able to trash chest. No matter how much you ask for it, no matter how helpful it can be to progress faster in the game, that's the reason why you won't have it. Supercell doesn't want you to trash chest. They want you to play at its own pace. So trashing chest will most likely never, ever be an option. They may decrease the time in which it takes to open a chest, but that has already been done, I think twice. So I think now we're already set. It is what it is. The next one is going to be merging chests. And pretty much what this means is grabbing, like, for example, 4 free chests and converting it into a silver chest. If for some reason you want to do that, then you can't. A lot of these things on this list have been here for ages. So just keep in mind, some of these are old, but a lot of these are new. Next one is going to be win rate % on a player's profile. So guys, this is not Call of Duty. Supercell does not want players being judged by their win rate ratio. You know, it's a good thing to have for clans, you know, if you're a leader, a co-leader, blah. But it's not good to be judged based on how good you are in the game. So yes, it may help, but no, I'm pretty sure my ratio is horrible, so I don't want that. Alright, so new skins for each level of a troop. So I've talked about this before, you know, how I want my troops to look different every time I upgrade them, and I thought it was a great idea. You know, I want Supercell to add this, but it's not gonna happen, and I think there's one reason, or 2 reasons for that. Number 1, there's no use for it. It's just cosmetic, so it won't do anything. And number 2, it'll take up more space in the game to just add skins for every level of all 85 or 86 cards, which, by the way, is a lot, you know? Every card has different max levels, so I can't give you a set number, but it'll be about 800 or more different types of skins that they need to add to the game. So yes, I understand why this is not going to come to the game. It's just too much work for no reason. Okay, so selling cards to the clan. It makes sense, right? You know, just sell cards to your clan, because if they need it, you can just sell it. But Supercell has told us that this is not going to be added. I have it all right here, so yeah. For some of these, they do give us an explanation as to why, but stuff like this, they just type it and that's it. They don't say anything, so I can't give a perfect explanation as to why, but yeah. Alright, so moving on is going to be additional levels past the current max. If you guys didn't know, the max has been the max for ages. We used to have higher legendaries, and I think at one point we had level 14 commons, if I'm not mistaken, but they've removed both of those, and the only way you can get them is through a mirror. And I think the reason why is simply due to the game being already balanced. If they add another level of commons or rares or epics, they have to rebalance that entire card and that entire variety. So it's never gonna happen. It's a lot of work. Let's move on before I concentrate on one topic too long. Naming your deck. Now this one is actually one that they were going to add, but they decided not to, because I remember naming your deck was actually one feature that they had in the working on section, you know? But now they changed their mind, and now it's a no. We don't need it, but, you know, it would have been cool, but I guess, nah. Ability to use taunts, emotes as reactions in clan chats. So, yeah, this will kind of be like Snapchat, you know, where you can use your emotes in chats. Well, here, Supercell doesn't want to add that, and there's a reason for that as well, because they would have to add their own separate keyboard to the already existing keyboard. So, you know, they would have to add a button where you can click and see all the emotes. And then, if they are animated, they would have to make that whole clan chat animated. It would be a lot of work for just something so simple, you know? So, that's probably not gonna happen either, and they're already confirming it that it won't. Global chat is the next one. And we have global chat in Heyday, I believe, Boom Beach, if I'm not mistaken. We have global chat in Clash of Clans, definitely, but in Clash Royale, that will never happen. And there is no reason for global chats. I mean, there is. I have a legitimate reason, but we can do without it. So, it's all good. Permanent special challenges in friendly battles. Now, this one is stupid, but I understand. Supercell doesn't want to make one challenge boring. So if they add it permanently to the friendly challenges, people will get bored of it, and all of a sudden people are going to want to ask for more game modes. So the reason why touchdown and 2v2 draft or whatever is always just temporary is because they don't want people to get stale, even though we are already, but they don't want it to be boring. Erase deck slots. So, okay, I don't know who wants this, but the ability to erase a deck slot or to clear that deck slot, I don't know. I'm not understanding this too well. I'm not sure why we need this either way, but yeah, that's there. Randomize deck button. This would have been good because we already have it in the game. But why not add it to the deck screen? They don't want to add this to the regular deck screen. I'm not sure why. It's just, it won't even harm the game, but I guess they don't want to add more stuff. More things that we don't need. Card info should show the next upgrade level. Alright, so they have a picture here, luckily. I'll show you guys a picture on the screen, and pretty much what they're trying to say is let us see the next level stats. So you have a button for tournament level, and then the next level. So this would have been very useful, but Supercell is saying hell no. The next one also has a link. Let me go ahead and click on it, and it's specialized trainers. I love when they have pictures because then I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So this one is going to be, you know, pretty much customize or choose what you want in training camp. This has a little button switcher to choose which trainer you want. So if you want trainer Max or Cheddar, you can choose which one you want, which is cool. But this is a great idea actually, but I don't find myself using the training camp much, and I understand why Supercell doesn't want to add it, you know. Why would we need this? The next one is going to be winning battles with no reward reduces chess timer. Alright, so exactly what they mean is when you don't have chess slots available, when you win a battle and you're supposed to get a chest but you don't, you'll come back to one of those chests that you're unlocking with a reduced timer. So it'd be useful, but again, like I said, they are not trying to make the game faster in any way. They want you to wait for those chests. So because you went out to battle, they warned you that you don't get a chest. But you went anyways, so you can't expect a reward when you come back. Save replays, alright? I had this in one of my videos, but I guess with iOS 11 you can do that yourself now, so there's no point in having this, you know? Nowadays, it's very simple to record your screen no matter where you are. So phone, PS4, iPhone, I don't know. Okay, so clan bookmarking, we have this in Clash of Clans. But my theory is that we do have it in Clash of Clans, but they saw that it doesn't do well as they expected. Not many people are using it. And to be honest, I didn't even care about the bookmark feature in Clash of Clans either. So maybe they're trying to say, you know what? People don't even use this. So why are we going to add something people don't use? Next one, gold chest. A chest with a lot of gold. This is self-explanatory, okay? Let me put my phone down for this. The reason why they won't add this is there's actually many reasons, but I'll give you two good ones. First one, we have gold packs that you can buy, okay? Why will we need a gold chest? Number two, if you're thinking about having one of these for winning a battle, for example, winning one randomly in a battle, we already get gold for battles. We already have quests. We already have chests. Every chest has gold, except for the legendary and the epic chest. So, I understand maybe a good chest will be good to have a little extra gold, but keep in mind gold is not something you can just earn randomly. You can either get it from chests, quests, the shop, and that's really it. Donating. So there's literally no reason to add a gold chest. Alright, next up is going to be see partner's level at the start of a 2v2. We have a link for this and it has a picture. You can see their levels as soon as the match starts, and I think this is a great idea, but I keep forgetting this video is about things that won't be added to the game. I'm hearing so many great ideas, but Supercell, nah. But yeah, let's move on. This one is going to be functionality outside of the app. So as you guys can see, I'll pop a screenshot. This one is very interesting and it will not work for iPhone, but for Android. I used to have an Android back in the day, and they're trying to ask for a widget that can allow you to open chests while you're away from the game. That would mean that Clash of Clans has to be open 24/7 if you want a widget like this. And not many people would want that. And Supercell, well, it won't work for iPhone. Not many people will use it, so why would we add it? New, more frequent loading screen changes. We will never have loading screen changes every time you load the app. Never. Simple as that, alright? Guarantee epic and legendary slots in the shop. Alright, so there's no reason to have that if we already kind of always get one in the first place after a certain arena. So if you're in Arena 2, this would maybe not be as useful as you think. I don't think anyone in Arena 2 is willing to spend 40k on a legendary, so sell cards to the shop. Again, this is kind of like selling cards to your clanmate, but once you get cards, there's no going back unless you donate the hell out of that card, but you know, you will get more from chests than donating, so no point in doing that. If you're trying to get extra gold, just go for battles. Just, you know, unlock some chests. Silver gives you a little bit of gold. Free chests give you a little bit of gold. Donate, you know, everything possible to get gold. But selling cards, no. Sort cards by level. Okay, so this one has a long description, so I'm going to read it because maybe it's important. So no point for this. We actually did have a sort by power in the clan card collection when developing Clan Wars, as we thought it would be a good thing to help with building decks here. But what actually happened was it became more of a clutch and enabled encouraging some bad deck building habits, where you would just default to the highest level cards to make a deck. So pretty much what they're trying to say is that they did have something similar to this, but it encouraged bad deck building habits. They want you to create a deck, not go because you have this one that does more damage than the other. You know, that's wrong. So yeah, I completely agree with this answer, and yeah, we don't need it. So finally, we have another category. This video is going to be long, I can tell you right now. If you're willing to hear me talk for 30 minutes, then be my guest. Clan related. So more frequent card requests. Again, this goes back to the concept of making the game faster. I think they have increased this before, but they stopped. They're comfortable with where they're at right now, and this will probably never be in the game, simply due to the game just not wanting to move to a faster pace. Clash of Clans did that in 2016, but that's different. The game is like 5 years old, almost 6, but there's no reason to make Clash Royale go at a faster pace. So the next one is going to be donate more cards. I feel like this has the same exact answer, but I don't think anybody wants to donate 100 of their common cards anyways. To be honest, I'm comfortable with the amount of cards we can actually donate because I definitely don't want to go and donate half of my common cards to someone simply because they need it. No. So yeah, moving on. See when people were last online. I'm not gonna lie, this will be helpful for me because when I leave, people still believe I'm on and they keep talking to me. So yeah, it would be useful to let people know that I left because you can't see when everyone's online unless you have them as a friend. But I understand this will kind of be complicated and maybe some people don't want this. Clan chat filters. I thought we had this already. Okay, maybe they forgot to remove this one. Let's move on. More clan ranks. I'm not sure what they mean by more clan ranks because our clan does not level up except for clan wars. So maybe they meant more clan war leagues. If they did mean that, I understand. It's gonna be hard to get to Legends League. So there's no point in adding more and more and more if people aren't going to get there. I think it's a comfortable spot right now, and to add more, maybe they will, but not anytime soon. I maybe say 2019, 2020, by the time they add more leagues to Clan Wars. Alright, so the next category is going to be battle related. A surrender button. There's no point of this. I talked about this many times, but there's literally no point of a surrender button. If you're surrendering, this will automatically give the other player a win. And I know if you're surrendering, you want that fast, easy way out. There's no reason to develop a whole new button or system just to end a game faster. The only time this will ever be beneficial is if you're trying to drop trophies on purpose. In that case, yeah. Next one is, in the event of a draw, players split the trophies instead of both getting 0. I've heard this one before many times, and this one is very interesting. Of course, why, when you get a tie, you don't get anything? Why can't you just split the rewards, right? Common sense. But at the same time, a draw is not really a win. And it's not really a loss. It's more of a, alright, you tied, you know? Nobody wins, nobody loses. Go home. It's kind of like that. So getting a reward would mean that you both won. Game pauses for 5 seconds if a player disconnects. Alright, so I agree with this one. And Supercell, you need this. Their servers are out of this world. It's not a Wi-Fi issue, it's your servers. You need this. Definitely need this. This is going to be one that I have to disagree with. Supercell, unless you fix your servers, you shouldn't rule out something that will be helpful. Next one, AI takes over if 2v2 partner leaves. Wow, okay, so this one has a link. And there's no picture, there's just a whole explanation. But I don't want to read it because I'm pretty sure I know what they're trying to say. When a 2v2 player leaves the match, they want us to have the AI battle for them instead. This would be cool, but I think the reason why is simply due to it being a little too complicated. The AI is not that sophisticated either. The AI just drops whatever the hell they want. So playing with the AI, it will be better than having no one, but it'll be a little frustrating. And it's going to be a bit difficult to develop this as well. It's not that easy to just add the AI to play for your partner. The next one is going to be mirror rework. This is a long explanation. There's a lot going on here, okay? You guys can't see anything, but it's self-explanatory. They just don't want to do it. Sparky could have been reworked a long time ago, but no cards are getting reworked. Spectate top 200 anytime. All right, so be able to spectate any top 200 player anytime you want. This is a little creepy. What if you were at top 200 and all of a sudden you got like 1,000 people watching you? I'm just kidding, it's not creepy, but it would be insane. I mean, top 200, geez. We got millions of players playing every day, and to have the top 200 getting viewed by millions, it would probably crash the servers or something would happen that won't be good. So we're now in a new category called new card types. This one is long as hell. I'm gonna try and briefly go through these so we don't take up 30 minutes trying to talk about cards, because I think a lot of these were already in my cards that won't be added video about a year ago. So I'm going to explain these briefly. Dark Mirror. They have tried this before, but it's not happening. Wall card. No. Invisibility spell. Alright, this will be stupid because then you wouldn't know where the card is unless we're talking about the ghost. Then there's no point of using an invisibility spell if you can actually see the card. Now, if you're talking about invisibility as if they can't take damage, that would be a little too OP. Alright, so wind spell. This is pretty much the tornado, and this is what actually was supposed to be before the tornado came along, I think. Some sort of card that utilizes the river. I've seen a lot of ideas out there, people putting cannons on the river and saying, oh my god, new card leaked. No, it's not leaked. They're not doing that. There's never going to be any card in the river. The river's just cosmetic, and there's a bridge for a reason. Create another bridge. So there's not going to be any game mode with 3 bridges. Get over it. It would have been cool though, I'm not going to lie, but the way it would work would be a little messed up. Because then you have like a giant going in the middle, and then both towers are distracted. What are you going to do? It would be kind of hard to try and manage that. Maybe if we're talking about 1 bridge only in the middle, maybe that would work, but 3? No. Conversion card. Alright, I'm not sure what this means. Maybe they're talking about a card that transforms to something, but there's not much details going on here. All they said was conversion card. Next one is troop that does % damage of maximum health of the opponent's card. A card that will, for example, if you have a card and you have a golem coming to it, that card does, let's say, 20% damage. If the golem has 1,000 health, it will take away 200 of its health. That would be a little too OP, because not only it would take the golem very quick, everybody would be using it to counter heavy cards, and it wouldn't just, it'd mess up the game. Ranged splash troop, aim at a target's feet? That sounds a little weird. I can't explain what it means. I have no clue. This next one is confusing because I thought they already did this, but executioner and bowler target the center of a group. They already try and do this sometimes. So there's no point in trying to make the card so sophisticated if it's already doing its job. If it were targeting the center of a group every single time, it would be very OP, because then there would be no point in trying to distract any troop in the game. Alright, moving on. Shields are immune to spells. Guards, Dark Prince, they want to make it immune to spells. You know, if you throw a fireball, nothing happens. If you throw poison, nothing happens. A little too OP. Elite Barbarian Huts. They were actually working on this at one point. I mentioned it in my video, like I said a minute ago. They didn't see the point of making a barbarian hut that is way too OP. So that's never going to happen. Mirage spell or disguised troop. I'm not sure what the first one means, but a troop that you can't see. So even worse than the ghost. No thanks. Next one is going to be a fake goblin barrel. Alright, so it says right here, we've played around with this idea. We called it the empty barrel at the time, but didn't take the card concept further afterwards. I think the reason why they didn't continue it is because you can already do that with spell baits, but throwing an empty barrel and making people use their arrows or something other spell is, I don't think Supercell will ever do that. It's a little too aggressive in terms of elixir trade. Next one, 3 wizards. Electro Wizard, Ice Wizard, and the regular wizard in 1 card. My god, even if it does sound cool, I think it'll be the most OP thing all year. Trap cards. I even made a whole video about this 2 years ago, so it's a very old video. You guys will maybe notice a difference in my voice. I pretty much talked about how cool trap cards would be, but Supercell isn't agreeing, and I have to agree with them nowadays. I don't think we need spell cards. That was back in the day, when Clash Royale was still at its early baby stages. Nowadays, Clash Royale is a bit old and very mature. Trying to add trap cards to the game would mean a whole new segment of cards and meta. So yeah, it's a little more complicated than just adding cards. Next one, Zappy Spawner. No plans to do this, but Zappy Fortress is a great name. Alright. Supercell once told us that they were working on spawners for every single troop in the game, just to know how it worked. You know, they wanted to see which cards would make a great spawner. But that was back in the day. Nowadays, there is a very slim chance of having another building in the game. We haven't got one since 2016. And to add another building, it's not happening. I'm calling it right now, we are not getting new buildings. Yes, the cannon card was technically a building, but not really. Alright, so new category. We have 3 more categories, and this one is called new game modes. Wager matches. I forgot what wager means, but I think it means like trading. Trader card challenge. Alright, you know what? These all sound confusing, so I'm just gonna read them to you. So, wager matches, trader card challenges, 2v2 grudge match, random challenge, and beta test challenge. So, 3 of these have links. Alright, so the first one is going to be grudge match for 2v2. So it has no picture. I'm looking for pictures, guys. Random challenge. How about that? Alright, there we go. So it has a picture, and this is going to be the random challenge. It says right here, it's a brand new and chaotic way to play battles. The modes are chosen randomly. Elixir, classic, double, triple, and ramp up. Deck, classic, random, draft, and bans. No air troops, no spells, no tanks, no swarm, no buildings, no cheap cards, no expensive cards, etc. So this is very random, literally. It's a match where everything is random and you don't know what you're going to expect. This would be cool, and I would like to see this in the game, but hey, we're talking about things that will never be added. And the last one is going to be the beta test challenge. So it says right here, there's a picture for it, and it's developer challenge. This is pretty much asking for us to be able to play with cards that are not or will be in the game. And, you know, for example, let's play with 20 different cards and the best card gets to be added in the game. No, this will not be a thing. The reason why is simply because if you fall in love with one card that will never be in the game, you'll feel a little disappointed. You're going to always want that card, but unfortunately, it was only a beta challenge and we will never get to see that card. So, you know, playing with cards that will never be in the game is cool, but it's not convenient. Next challenge is a bit short, but it's tournaments. Alright, so beta tournament search. Yeah, so it just filters for tournament search, you know. It has no picture, but that's pretty much what it's trying to say. And the next one is tournament chat. Alright, a chat for all players in a tournament. This is not something that we do need right now. Maybe in the future they'll change their mind, but something like this is very likely that it won't be in the game. Next and final category is going to be Clan Wars. God damn, we've been recording for 50 minutes. Obviously the video will be shorter than that, but I mess up a lot, and you know, soon enough we'll be talking here for an hour. Anyways, the first one is going to be ability to nudge someone more frequently. You can already nudge the same person multiple times. There's just a 12-hour cool... Wow. 12 hours. There's a 12-hour cooldown between nudges, but if you need to nudge them again sooner, you can ask another co-leader. Okay, so you can be nudged more than once under 12 hours. It's just one person that has a 12-hour limit, and there's no need to have someone getting bothered all the time to just, you know, wake up and attack. Yeah, no thanks. Do not add this. War attack draw gets second attack. So it does have a link and also an explanation. So, alright, the link does not have a picture. So let's read the explanation. So, alright. No plans to do this as it could encourage people to build a heavily defense deck so that they can play safe and fall back on a draw to get another chance. So yeah, second chances for war is a bad idea. Because then not only you will know their decks, you have a second chance to beat them. It's a bad idea, and you know, I understand why they don't want to add this. So the next one is going to be let people done with collection day attacks still join 2v2. Okay, so no plans for this. Potentially open to abuse, having your best players play in all 2v2 battles. True, I thought of this before as well. I was like, why don't we just have random players join 2v2 even if they don't get to unlock a chest for the clan cards? And they have a point. You're just going to pick the best 2v2 player you have in the clan every single day. So yeah, it's going to be kind of an abuse of the system. And the last and final one from this long old video, rewards for each war. No plans to change this. And there's a link for the reasons. So I'm gonna read this reply. This was 2 weeks ago. And it says right here, we don't have any plans to change this at the moment. And we intentionally designed the system in a way that meant players didn't have to join every war to get the rewards at the end of the season. We know that's not for everyone. However, for those who do want to war 24/7, the victory gold you can earn is quite considerable if you add it all up. So ideally, these two systems together result in a good balance of rewards, potentially vs the time commitment needed. Also, if you haven't done so already, check out the okay, that's just a link to another article. Anyways, yeah, we will never have rewards for every single war, and the system was made so that you intentionally fight for the season. So it's kind of like having a draft chest every single time you win a battle. No, there's no point of that. There's no fun in trying to have your rewards every time. It's just gonna kill the hype, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is everything in the list. I have to say, I feel relieved. That was a lot of stuff to read. So anyways, I will leave a link down below if you guys want to read it yourself. And I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, just let me know down below. And yeah, so please like, comment, and subscribe for videos. Tell me what you guys think below in the comment section if you like too. See you on the next one. Peace!